and welcome back. I apologize, it has been so long since I've made a video. Essentially, I shot a video like 2 months ago or something like that, and or close to when I last uploaded, and my Blue Yeti was just acting up. It was like every 3 minutes it would shut off or something, and it just made me so frustrated because I kept trying to re-record and then it wouldn't work. it's so heartbreaking, and some performances of it are so beautiful and grounded, and that's what's so incredible about Sondheim is the language really speaks to a feeling. It's so like it doesn't do all the work for you. It generates so much thought and feeling. A lot of songs these days are like literally, I feel this, I want this, they almost don't trust that an audience is smart enough to understand, to read between the lines, I can't really explain it, but this song is so good. But let's see if there's some other musicals that we can find. Oh, hell yeah. Let's maybe this one. Essentially, the Blue Yeti just cut out again. So, I lost 15 minutes of video, but no worries. No worries, no worries, no worries. Because we're gonna get right back into it. I recorded some really fun Sondheim songs, but we'll just pick some new ones, and no harm, no foul. Okay, actually, how do you use no harm, no foul properly? Like, if nobody got hurt, it's like whatever. But like, I got hurt in this situation thanks to the Blue Yeti, so maybe there was a harm and a foul as a result of the Blue Yeti cutting out, but whatever. Okay, here we go. This is Comedy Tonight from A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. I'm now chewing gum. Okay. Something familiar, something peculiar, something for everyone. A comedy tonight. Something appealing, something appalling, something for everyone. A comedy tonight. Nothing with kings, nothing with crowns. Bring on the lovers, liars, and clowns. Old situations, new complications. Nothing pretentious or polite. Tragedy tomorrow. Comedy tonight. I love that. Oh, this is Gypsy, but I don't really want to do Gypsy right now. Oh my god, Into the Woods, okay. My favorite. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do a couple. Moments in the Woods is like my favorite song to sing ever. Okay, but we're gonna do Children Will Listen because it's so good. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Do not let it grieve you. No one leaves for good. You are not alone. No one is alone. Hold him to the light now. Let him see the glow. Things will all be right now. Tell him what you know. Careful the things you say. Children will listen. Careful the things you do. Children will see and learn. Guide them along the way. Children will glisten. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true, not free. Careful the spell you cast, not just on children. Sometimes the spell may last, but what you can see and turn against you. Careful the tale you tell. That is the spell. Children will listen. But okay, let's go back to On the Steps of the Palace is really good.